For almost a quarter of a century, Thompson Longhorn have designed and manufactured cattle handling equipment specifically for Australian conditions. Started by a cattleman who understood the demands of the livestock industry, Thompson Longhorn is committed to producing equipment that works well and is built to last. In the year 2000, Thompson Longhorn responded to industry calls for greater efficiency, less labour-intensive handling, and the ability to utilise electronic identification, and introduced revolutionary automated components and systems.
Sandalwood's had a long-standing relationship with Thompson Longhorn. We dates back to the late 80s, and where we purchased our original hydraulic head bale. We've taken that forward to today. We actually have one new hydraulic induction crush. We've got two pneumatic head bales set up as weigh boxes, one at our receival and dispatch yard, one at our hospital complex, and we also have two auto drafters that we've implemented, one in front of our induction crush and the other at our receival and dispatch area. Every animal that comes into and goes out of the feedlot comes past this point. We average around about anywhere from 500 or 600 up to 2,000, 2,500 a week of cattle in and out. So there's potentially up to 5,000 a week that actually pass through this operation. In our other facility, we actually draft up all our hospital returns through it, or inductions go through it. There's probably another 1,000 head a week that are drafted through that facility for other reasonings.
As a result of intensive research and development, the Thompson Longhorn lineup ranges from a pneumatic cattle crush or drafting system to complete induction and cattle yard facilities. As you can see, Thompson Longhorn are the innovators in livestock equipment, both in design and manufacture. Thompson Longhorn have a hard-won reputation for innovative, never-say-die cattle handling equipment, all backed by strong, practical knowledge of the Australian livestock industry. Thompson Longhorn pneumatic cattle crushers and automated drafting systems are the culmination of nearly 25 years hands-on experience. Thompson Longhorn livestock equipment, built by Australians for Australians. The keystone of the Thompson Longhorn system is the use of pneumatics, and there are several good reasons for this. Firstly, air offers greater safety because it's under low pressure, 700 kPa maximum, compared to oil at 2,500 kPa. Another consideration, if there's a blowout, it's just air. No oil means no contamination. It's also cost-effective, low maintenance, and generally responds faster than hydraulics. Just as importantly, you're not tied to a mains power outlet. Compressed air can simply be transferred from an existing installation with a length of high-pressure poly pipe to your processing area. Finally, Thompson Longhorn systems don't necessarily require expensive three-phase power. Through intelligent design, single-phase is more than adequate. The Thompson Longhorn DraftSmart auto drafting interface allows operators to take advantage of the computer drafting capabilities of suitable scales and herd management softwares, which offer 100% accuracy with an infinite number of drafting options.
There's no limitation on how many different decisions you can put into a set of criteria. We can do it either on home pens, owners, weight ranges, weight unders, weight overs, weight betweens. The more decisions the process has to make, it will slow the process down marginally. What we try and do is we can draft out animals that have been in a withholding period. Really, it's just a matter of setting up to the criteria. We do some other draftings at our arrivals where we're actually dimensioning cattle, measuring height, width, length, and those types of criteria that we can set into the system, and it's really just a matter of whatever is needed can be most certainly set up into the system.
There's no human-animal contact, so it's not only safer for the animals and stock hands, but also lowers the stress experienced by the animals. And because you don't need an extra pair of hands to open and close gates, you'll save on labour.
One of the things it does, and I know with workplace health and safety issues and all those type of things, it's hard to get things down to becoming a one-man operation. However, both the receival and dispatch and the drafting at the induction yard, and when it's used as a draft rig, most certainly can be a task that can be performed by one person. We try and make a practice of having a buddy system, as in two people doing a job just in case accidents do happen. However, push comes to shove and we have somebody away sick or people away sick and we're short-staffed, it most certainly can become a one-man operation to do the task, and they can do it accurately and easily and well.
Add to this reliability and virtually no downtime, and it's easy to see why DraftSmart is a cost-effective solution to high-volume, efficient processing. As the name suggested, Thompson Longhorn's heavy-duty Monarch cattle crush features heavy-duty construction designed to handle high-volume workloads for years to come.
Well, it's maintenance, had less maintenance problems to other bales. I've used a few of the others and they're good bales, but there's a maintenance problem over 7 or 8 years, and maintenance is a big issue.
An adjustable width V squeeze means that animals of all sizes can be positively restrained.
It holds cattle a lot better, doesn't matter what size, whether he's a Brahman or a British bred cattle, different shapes and sizes, it'll hold them still without hurting them. And that's very important for the people around the bale, needling and mouthing and so forth. They know that beast is going to be held.
Access gates ensure that all parts of the animal can be accessed at any time. Convenient needle access to head and shoulders. Dedicated vet access area for AI, ET and bull scrotum measuring. NLIS scanning side means large NLIS panel readers can be used without inhibiting performance. For especially thick-necked animals, neck extender bars help hold the head secure. Likewise, a full side opening means sick or injured animals that may have gone down can be quickly released. For operator convenience, the crush console can be moved to suit the operator's preferred location. As you'd expect, all heavy-duty Monarch pivots are greasable and have replaceable bimetal bushes for long life in high-volume environments. Lubricant-impregnated nylon wear pads help reduce wear and noise, along with rubber buffers. The pneumatic system allows working pressures to be adjusted to suit the size of livestock, and operator strength is no longer a requirement. And notice the optional overhead weigh cells. Now that's smart. Built for a long, productive working life, the Thompson Longhorn pneumatic draft system promises heavy-duty reliability when it counts.
The thing that auto drafting offers us is the fact that if we can actually set the criteria and make the decision. The downfalls of a manual system is that somebody actually, it doesn't matter whether it be pneumatic or whether it be a manual operated system, they all still do a similar job, except for there has to be the person actually has to make the decision on where the animal ends up. So it most certainly has improved the accuracies of our drafting. This one's a 4-way draft, but in the other chute we've got a 6-way draft, and it's very difficult to remember for a prolonged period of time all the criteria and what's going out, which gate number. So the auto drafting has enabled us to make it a one movement operation. We know when we get to the end of it, we've got summaries on what number of animals have gone to which pens from our system, and we just need to go and count the pens out of the drafted pens and take them away. Whereas in the manual system you let one go the wrong way, one, you have to identify it, and two, you then have to go and remove it from that drafted yard, and either by putting the whole pen back through or upsetting that disturbing that yarder for a second time. So we just want to make it quick and efficient. And the auto drafting has most certainly saved us equivalent of at least one man, in some places 2 men or 2 people, in the efficiencies that we picked up by having them installed. But where it really has paid dividends is in the accuracies of the drafts that we've been able to apply.
With an eye to minimal downtime, all pivot points employ grease nipples and use replaceable polyurethane bushes. Speed controllers allow the gate speed to be adjusted to the operator's individual requirements. Handheld radio remote control allows multiple operators to be anywhere within 100 metres of the draft.